morning, fam. It's Taylor Local Trucker here, man. Coming back with another day in the life type video, man. Show y'all a little bit of how the day's gonna go. Today's route, man, consists of 7 stops, 905 cases. I'm working stop 1, man, and things were going good until it's time to get to the freezer pallet, man. Let me give y'all an example of what I'm talking about. This is the freezer pallet, man, for the first stop. This is what happens when you don't put your cases completely on the pallet, as y'all see that bottom case just hanging off the edge of the pallet, and you start stacking real heavy, building on up. Heavy cases on the top. That Smithfield box right there, there's 3 of those on top. Those are pork ribs, man. All over like 20, 30 plus pounds each. You got all different types of heavier items being built as you go up the pallet, and it's not strapped to the wall. So somewhere in transport between the DC and the drop yard, this happened, man. Not only that, but y'all see all this space at the end of my trailer? Let me step around right here so y'all can get a better look. All this space right here. 2 more, even 3 more pallets could have fit down here. Instead, we got stops 2, 3, and 4. This is all of 5. Then 5 and 6. And then 6 and 7 dry. And then it's hard to see because I got the bulkhead open, but I also have 2 cooler pallets remaining for the last 6 stops. All this space, and I guess the load builder felt like it was okay to work a driver harder than what he needed to work, because this could have easily been 3 more pallets. Could have given me 1 more cooler pallet, couple more dry, made the day a little bit more simpler, man. It's only 7 stops. 905 cases. But nevertheless, y'all, we're gonna still get it done because we got to. It's just what we do. It's just what we endure in food service. So, I guess I'll go get me an empty pallet, break down that freezer pallet, man. But also, man, just want to talk about, go ahead and get into it real quick, some do's and don'ts of being a truck driver, man. So, here's a couple of them off the rip, man. I'm gonna get back to work. What you should do as a truck driver is get adequate amounts of rest, yo. Anywhere from 6 to 8 plus hours of sleep a night would be good. The body and the mind must be rested, man, to operate this 80,000 pound machinery that we got out here on the highways, man. So you gotta get your rest. You can't be behind the wheel, super fatigued. Can't be trying to do a job like food service or even OTR hauling and dozing off at the wheel, man. You're putting yourself and others in jeopardy when you ain't getting adequate amounts of rest. So it is a must that as a truck driver, especially as a truck driver, no matter which lane of trucking you're doing, get yourself some rest, man. Something that you should not do as a truck driver, man, ties into getting rest, which is operate this 80,000 pound machinery without having enough rest, man. Don't get behind the wheel and you gotta rely on caffeine pills or espresso or putting the window up and down or changing the temperature in the cab to try to stay awake. If you gotta get out and run some laps, jumping jacks, push up, stretch, just to get the blood flowing, man, you ain't well rested, man. So do not, by all means, get behind this wheel in your fatigue. Call your dispatch, call your TM, tell them, hey, man, I'm too tired. It's not safe for me to operate this vehicle today. I'll take whatever the consequences of it may be. right, fam. We banging out stock 5. Stocks 5, 6, and 7 on this last cooler pallet, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and bust that whole thing down. Get the last 2 stocks prepared as we work this one. That way we ain't gotta worry about touching it no more, man. But before I jump on that pallet and bang it out, man, I wanna jump back in the topic of the day, man. Do's and don'ts as a truck driver. One thing you should do is be aware of your logs at all times. Whether it's a paper log or ELD, be aware of what's going on your log. Watch for motor carrier edits. Make sure you went off duty at the appropriate time the day before or the last time you went off. Make sure that your logs are matching or intact in case you get pulled over by DOT. They go to pull your logs, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got no violations that you've been in. You know what I'm saying? So for like you OTR guys, for example, make sure that when you park at a truck stop or at a rest area or whatever, give yourself enough time to get there and park. So in case you're in an area where you shouldn't be parked at, when you go to move, you won't end up in violation for driving time. All right? So just be aware of your logs. That's one thing that you should definitely do as a truck driver. And a segue into the don't portion of that is, man, is don't go in violation for nobody. Not even for your motor carrier, man. Don't let the motor carrier, dispatch, management, TMs, whoever it is that you are working for or that oversees you, don't let them trick you or sway you or punk you into doing something that you shouldn't be doing, because the only thing that's on the line is your license. All right? You shouldn't lose your license for nobody. That's your money maker. All right? So don't go in violation because the motor carrier is expressing to you the importance of getting to the shipper or the receiver on time or getting a delivery done, like us in food service, man. Don't do it. Because at the end of the day, when you get pulled by DOT, you're the one that's going to be slapped with that ticket. And if I'm not mistaken, man, things like that could eventually end up on your clearinghouse, man. You don't want those on your clearinghouse. You don't want those on your record. All right? So do not go in violation for anybody. All right, guys. Next time I tap back in with y'all, man, we probably going to pull up on the yard. I'm going to go ahead and get these last 3 stops done while it's still early in the day. It's only 9:44. We had a good point. So let's go ahead and rock this out, man. And I'll check in with y'all in a few. Stay locked. All right, fam. We back. Tuesday route done and over. We are 2 days down, 3 more to go. Woo! Can't wait, because I also got a 3-day weekend coming up. But anyway, man, appreciate y'all rocking with me so far for the day, man. So, to finish up what we were talking about earlier, man, some do's and don'ts as a truck driver, man. I think one good one, man, especially since I just got back to the yard, would be you need to be sure that you do your pre-trips and post-trips, man. I know we go real thorough, real detailed when we're in trucking school, and then we get out here in the real trucking world and just going about our business, man. We totally neglect and negate the needs and the necessities of doing the pre-trips and the post-trips. Okay, it's incredibly important, guys, especially in you in a situation like me, where I work for a food service company and we split seats. It's real easy to just skip the pre-trip and post-trip and hop in and keep it going and not think about the last driver who was in the seat, not really recognizing or knowing if they did a pre-trip or post-trip. So if something happens and it wasn't caught by them, but it happens while you're in the truck, you're the one that's held responsible for it, man. So you have to, by all means, do your pre-trips and post-trips, which again segues into the don't. Don't be like these drivers who think that pre-trips and post-trips aren't important and just hop in behind somebody, man. Do not trust the last driver that was in the seat before you, because that is a quick way to get yourself caught up, whether it's a ELD issue or a nail in your tire, a airline leak, a rip in one of your pigtails, you know, anything of that sort, man. Headlight that's going out that you ain't want to check because you're just ready to go and get your day started or get your route done. Don't do that. You're going to set yourself up for failure, man. Another do is learn how to trip plan. And that's just not for OTR regional drivers, man. That's also for us local drivers as well, y'all. Like, it's one day, especially when you're not a senior tenured driver who hasn't bid it for a route in food service, you run wild, man. So if your TM or dispatch has notified you the night before, like, hey, you're gonna run this route that's running to, I don't know, let's just say Charlottesville, VA. And you've never been to any of those stops, haven't even been on it with somebody that you was riding with one day, man. If you just hop in that tractor, take off down the road, and you haven't taken the time to get on Trucker's Path or Google Maps to figure out the locations, the best path to take, or what the parking situation is like, man, you could put yourself in a very bad situation. Same thing when you run an OTR regional. If you don't plan your trips, your paths, what truck stop you're gonna stop at, when you're gonna take your 10-hour reset, things of that nature, are you gonna split it up? You can cause yourself to be really delayed and miss your delivery time window at the receiver. So trip planning is important, not just for over-the-road drivers, man, but for local drivers as well. So please do your pre-trips. Do your trip planning. If I said pre-trip before, I apologize. Do your trip planning. Another don't is don't neglect the importance of behaving in your personal vehicle, yo. All right? Do not be a driver who's like, oh, I got a CDL now, man. I'm good. As long as I don't do anything in the tractor, nothing's going to happen to my license. That's the wrong mindset, and that's just wrong information, y'all. For real. I'm so serious. You go out here and get a DUI, DWI, get enough speeding tickets, get into an accident in your personal vehicle, man, you can lose your license. And not just your license as in your driving privileges, but you can lose your commercial driving privileges as well. So don't be foolish. Protect your L's at all times. At all times. Be mindful of the laws of the road, speed limits, stop signs, things of that nature, man. Don't be foolish and cause yourself to lose your license, because this is your money maker. Which segues again into another do, man. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. Do remember why you're out here. Remember why you got your driver's license or your commercial driver's license in the first place. There's a reason why we all decided to go get a CDL, whether it was just to better our careers, just to get more money, or venture into something different that we've never done. Maybe somebody was curious of what it was like to just drive a truck. Drive an 18-wheeler. Maybe somebody wants to be a bus driver. We all got our different reasons, man. But whatever that is, don't forget why you did it. And don't forget that why you did it is the reason for what you're doing it for. I got this for my family. So I do this for my family, day in and day out. No matter the circumstances, no matter the situation of the load, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna find my trailer, grab me a tractor, pre-trip that thing, verify my load, get on down the road. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna post-trip, I'm gonna take it on home, spend some time with the fam, get up and do it all again the next day. It's monotonous, but it's beautiful because I say it time and time and time again. I'm gonna continue to say it. Having my commercial driver's license, working food service, has been life-changing. Y'all gonna see in the next couple months, man, I'm gonna show y'all later on in another video, another way that it has completely changed my family, and let alone our family tree. That's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Another quick day in the life, man. Rolled a few cases, went to a few stops, got a sub at the last one. One day I'm gonna show y'all some perks of what it's like to be a food service driver. But anyway, It's Taylor, Local Trucker. As always, I hope y'all found some value in this content. Please consider hitting that like button, or smashing that like button, I should say. Drop some comments down below, man. Let me know what you think about the do's and don'ts of a truck driver. And I know there's plenty more, so please, I love the dialogue. Drop it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's see if I hit it on the head. Let's see what I missed. Please consider subscribing to the channel, or forwarding, this channel, or sharing this channel with somebody who you think may find some value in the content. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get on down the road. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed.